Hey guys, Deathletter Magic here, and it's time for an awesome user-recommended, overlooked but awesome card. And this one's overlooked because I've never heard of it. It is from Apocalypse, which I believe came out approximately 817 BC, somewhere around there. It's a rare, and you know that's powerful, and it's legal in Commander. This is a 3-color card though, so good luck getting it into your deck, but if you do, it is some serious power, although I will say you have to basically build your entire deck around this one card. But if you were to do that, it would be pretty funny, and actually if this card suddenly was reprinted in Standard, it would actually make a really funny deck. I'm of course talking about Guided Passage, the 3-cost sorcery. I'm gonna read the updated Oracle text instead of the text actually on the card. It just is more what I'm used to. So it would state, reveal the cards in your library, as in all of them. An opponent chooses from among them a creature card, a land card, and a non-creature non-land card, and you put the chosen cards into your hand, then shuffle your library. So you're probably thinking, well, why the hell would I want somebody on like turn 3 pulling a 9 cost, so I can't cast it, can't use it, and then pulling an irrelevant spell, I don't know, something like Attune with the Aether was barely going to help me, and then the most common basic land that I already have. Like, that's clearly what somebody would pull, right? Like, you're just letting them go get the weakest, most irrelevant, most terrible choices that you have in your entire deck. Or are you? A lot of decks use this particular mechanic. I keep referencing Charbelcher because Dracon built it, but there's one land in Charbelcher, and that's not even necessarily how that one works, nor do I think that that land should be there, but I don't know, he says there's a good reason. But obviously, the basic strategy is just simply put in one creature, and that's it, and make it hyper-powerful game-ending. Or I guess you could say put in one land, but that might be a little bit hard, and what would that possibly be? Or you could put in one non-creature, non-land card, which, I mean, that would be rough. You'd have to be playing all the rest as creatures. But if that is their only valid choice, and they have to make the choice, they have to pick one from the pool of available cards, now it automatically goes in your hand. Now, could you just go fetch it with a little bit smarter spell for 3? Probably. I mean, at least for, 4 or 5, whatever Diabolic Tutor costs. Hell, it's Commander. Use any other tutor that costs less. So overall, this card is kind of dumb and kind of weak. I don't know if I'd really actually throw it in on Commander, but it's really funny because you could force them to give you the most valuable, most important card in your deck as long as that's the only option left. Here's the funny thing. There's a ruling from October 4th, 2004 that says, yes, your opponents get to look at all the cards in your library. Now, they usually don't clarify things that are already in the rules, like written in the rules, except that they do all the time, and I'm just kidding. I guess the rulings are for people who don't know the rules. I don't know, whatever. I mean, you look up what reveal means, it's very cut and dry. So, unfortunately, this could result with the current rules, which I think need to change, in your opponent writing down every single card in your entire library. Now, a judge might say that that's stalling, but it is typically considered a legitimate Magic thing that you can do. So if something says search your opponent's library, it's the exact same thing. While you're looking through, you can take notes of anything you want to remember later. So you can basically create an entire deck list complete with tally marks and everything, and you won't automatically get called on it, we'll say. It's up to the judge whether he thinks that merits doing, and honestly, it does merit doing. I mean, having an entire deck list of your opponent's entire deck, yeah, that would help you. But I will remind you that solely for time and stalling and annoyingness, they changed the ruling on how controlling your opponent's turn works. You are no longer allowed to inspect their entire sideboard. Apparently, you yourself are allowed to inspect your entire sideboard as a game action during a game, which just seems like a sleight of hand waiting to happen, but whatever. So then if they take over your turn, you could do it. So that's why I'm thinking I won't necessarily copy down verbatim my opponent's entire deck on paper and waste 15 minutes doing it, because a judge might not be too keen on that. So you might just have to take a passing glance. Okay, it's overall this type of deck. I got to watch out for this, this, and this. Okay, cool. Now I know what his deck does. Not like, okay, is it 3 or 4 of these? Of course, in Commander, it would be even worse. So the problem is you're bringing this on yourself. This isn't, hey, you're getting the opportunity to look through your opponent's deck. No, it's reveal all the cards in your library to your opponent. So also keep in mind that they could maybe legitimately do that. And I just think that's stupid. That's just a dumb part of Magic. They need to limit it to like 60 seconds of note taking and that's it. So is this the most powerful card ever? No, but it's just so unique and so interesting. I wanted to show it off. The awesome part of Overlook But Awesome sometimes refers to just the weirdness of a card, just how unusual it is and how unique its effect is. And I haven't ever seen anything quite like this. Probably the closest would be the Narset Suicide deck in Modern, and that deck is hilarious because it wins on like turn 2 or 3 sometimes. So hey, if you find some kind of deck to build around this, good for you, go for it. I will see you guys next video.